same place, so if it is, then they're pitch local. If not, they've got 4G.
You think this is Masters football? Mate, have you been on this surface?
Is that yours?
Yeah. Save it on these, man. Why do you think I'm still running around now?
There you go. I'm looking. Florin. Hey, Weiss, push it up. Michael, talk to him. It's got him.
It's got to be intense. It's got to be physical. These are a good team.
Game after game, he just takes it in his stride. I think his attributes are clear to see. He's great in the air. He's got a great pass on him as well, also to get the team up the pitch. Communication between me, Michael, Sam, also Eddie, I think has been top notch.
Looking wide now, Victor Yumva. Edge of the box, needs to get in there in case of the foul. Shower. Oh, Tekkers, go on. Shower to Andrade. What a goal.
Yeah, my name is John Shin. I'm a good friend of Steve. I don't know if he'll agree to that, but he asked me to come to watch his game today. I traveled here to watch the Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur match tomorrow, but I thought I had a little bit of time, so I thought I'd show love to Steve and Paddock FC, and honestly, this was absolutely sick. As an American coming out here, just the full experience, the rain, the crazy looking pitch, everything is incredible.
You like him, don't you?
Yeah, he's playing for us first next season, I promise you. No, the Steve says so. I've already asked him if he's coming Edinburgh with us.
You want to win, and we don't settle for less, basically, so it's good competition to have, and just keeps me on my toes because I know my spot's not guaranteed, so I work hard for it every day.
Went to trials, and then from the trials told us to come down to training, and that's when I started off with the second team. And then on the first game of the season I got a message from Dave saying, Steve said if you're available for the game, so I said yeah, and then it went from there.
Check your shoulders a little bit more. Try and look for those little angles that little bit more. This is a general shape.
2-4-1-3. I remember you saying it should be like that.
I remember the box with all them
people in the middle.
It's a security square. These guys are bridging the gap towards the wingers so we can play the ball in. It's basically a 2-4-4 is what it is in real terms. Yes, there's rotations. Now,
the wide counter looking booky.
Right? Now, we have got pretty good control of the ball most of the time in most games, okay? But there's a reason that we use this shape. Now, let's say this fullback's gone down a bit of a blind alley in this area. What are we going to do?
Come back out.
We're going to go back the other way. And one of the reasons that we have two here is because if I just go back to a single pivot, I'm asking him to pull out some fucking Scholesy manoeuvre to be able to switch off the other side. If we've got business struggling to keep up with all the moving parts, you feel like you're always playing catch up, that you're always on the back foot, then it's time to change the game. Just like in football, success in business relies on having a solid game plan, teamwork, and the right tools to win. Whether that's re-evaluating your playbook, improving communication, or saving time, Priceworks is here to help you take back control. Introducing Priceworks, the star player in your digital project management for the construction industry. With Priceworks, managing the project becomes as smooth as a perfectly timed play. Their software tackles everything from estimates, materials, invoicing, quality control, and more. You'll stay ahead of the game and focus on what you do best, getting the job done. From plumbers to roofers, scaffolders to landscapers, Priceworks is designed for every single trade. Whatever your field, Priceworks is built to help you win. Priceworks isn't just part of your team, it's the winning edge. Proud sponsors of Stretford Paddock Football Club.
If you want to earn a £500 Amazon voucher by referring a business to Priceworks, then scan the QR code on screen to learn more, or visit priceworks.co.uk/Stretford-Paddock. Terms and conditions apply.
Oh, God, that's dark. Oh, well, you have to make do. Afternoon, all. We are back for the first of the pre-season friendlies. Last weekend, we had an inter-squad game, so we don't really count those, just a bit of a warm-up. But today is the real deal. So we're back. In about 12 minutes, we'll be kicking off at home at the Project Solar Stadium. And we're taking on Cheshire Premier League side Bollington Town. So starting off with a strong tie, get ourselves hitting the ground running. And so here's our team lineup for today. In net, George Henstock are the newcomers. Backline of Joby Smith, Junior Bembo, James Johnson and Sam Walker. With familiar midfielders in the sense of Joe Coleman, Joe McGuinness and Gordon Imaro. You've seen him more out wide forward, but today playing in the camera. And then up top, Khalid Karufa, Harley Watson and Captain João Dendrage. With a subs bench, quite a big one, obviously giving it to friendly. Dion Kemp, Zach Bell, Lawrence O'Donoghue, Lewis Carroll, not that one. Oscar Imaro, brother to Gordon, and Dylan Frayne. So decent old squad today, a mixture of old and young, OGs and newcomers. And yeah, we'll see what Gibbo and co have got in store for us. Again, traditionally, Gibbo does like a 3-5-2. So maybe we'll see that happen. We'll see the 4-3-3 happen. We'll see a few chops and changes because, frankly, it's pre-season. We want to see what everyone's about, how they handle adaptation. So we'll see how they get on. If you are saying hello in chat, hello. Yeah, it's been a little bit more difficult today. So I use a tool called Streamer for chatting. And unfortunately, Streamer has changed the password on our YouTube account. Or rather, the YouTube account's changed. Therefore, Streamer's changed. So it has kicked me out. So I need Housen to authorise that when he's back from LA. So for this week, I'm sort of bodging the chat in terms of the YouTube and Twitch. But we'll be okay. I can still see bits. It's just not as convenient. And, yeah, I will try and fix my lighting situation as well. But yeah, that's another one. My ring light for my desk, that broke during the off-season. Decided one day just it was kaput and that was game over. So yeah, fun times all around. Let us know in chat how you're doing though. So we've got you on Twitch, we've got you on YouTube. Let's say hello to both lots of you. And otherwise, we're just getting ourselves ready to kick ourselves off. It'll say about 9 minutes time. We'll switch over in 1 second to that so you can see some of the lads warming up. There we go, right, it's working now. Let's get that teaser off the screen there, and there you go. You can see the lads just coming back inside now. Let's get some sound on it as well. The game timer is coming up as well, don't worry. Always a little bit late on that one. Yeah, it should be interesting to see so many new names in the squad. So many existing ones that we've already used to, familiar with. Always giving it the best shot. There we have it. There's that clock. Trot, even though it's pre-season, it feels good to see Paddock playing again. Yep, exactly. It's certainly what we want to see. Again, how many times do we get the Project Solar? Do we get actually a game where you can get some solar power? Nice sunny day out there today. Obviously, tail end of a heat wave for the UK. I'm not sure how you're faring elsewhere in the world, but certainly a country that doesn't really have AC, built with homes that are designed to trap the heat in. Climate change is going to be a bit of a problem for us going forward, but yeah, we're coping just about. Sean, hello. Scott Cerner, hello to you too. Chester Tim. I'm just going to drop a link into the Telegram chat as well, just in case some people haven't seen there. very hot in Virginia. I am not surprised. Not at all surprised. So currently, computer saying 26 degrees. It's a funny old one though, because again, with the way our homes keep the heat in, it's just been, we just aren't shedding the heat at night. That's where obviously the air conditioning units and the, better climate control ventilation sort of situations help. Because we've been a whole back and forth between Americans and Brits and other countries about, how they deal with the heat. And the issue is obviously there is normally a degree of respite from it at some point in the day. You enter a shop, there's aircon, you enter this, wherever, your home is cooler. So it's only the outside exposure that's really an issue. But for us, say it's just like living in an air fryer at times. It's a pain in the ass. So yeah, it's been a tricky old one. Chris, afternoon. So while we're looking at an empty pitch, I'll pop the team sheet back up so you can all have a look at it. Again, mixture of new and old in that side. And as we said as well, obviously Steve is away at the tail end of his trip with Rio and Co for the World Cup. So with that in mind, it will be Gibbo leading the side out today. And again, obviously, if on the sheet it's 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, however you want to judge it. Gibbo typically plays 3-5-2. But again, it's pre-season. Steve's done it. Gibbo's done it. We've seen a lot of chopping and changing in terms of 4-4-2, the 4-3-3, the 4-2-3-1, 5-3-2, whatever. We've seen a lot of chop and change. Give everyone time. Give everyone a bit of a test in terms of how they work out tactics, how they adapt to game states, that sort of thing. So don't be surprised if we see players and formations chop and change as we go out through the game. It's going to be a difficult one, I'm sure, for me to keep up with, but we'll do our best. As you can see, other than the keeper, we've got 5 on the pitch. We've got no faces on the graphics. Gordon and Harley we have seen before. I'm pretty sure actually we have seen Joby a bit as well, but I'm not confident on that one. But yeah, you look at the bench as well. Lewis, Oscar, I know Oscar was at the trial. Dylan. These are all people keen to break in, so see what they're about. Go on, Chris. You think Dylan Frayne's class enough to start? Hank and Dude on Twitch. Good morning from the US. Morning, mates. See, it's just about in the afternoon for us here in the UK. 4 minutes till 2 o'clock, so almost kick-off time. Right then, here we go. There'll be Paddock in the red and black, as you can tell. The other home side. Bollington will be in white. White doesn't do well showing up on the white background of the scoreboard, so they typically play in blue, so we'll keep their name in the blue. So, yeah, should be a good test. Don't know what sort of side they're putting out against us. You'd assume they're going to be rotating as well, trialling some new people in the mix. But regardless, given they are a division ahead of us, should be a very good test for us. And say if we start to look anything decent today, it's a good sign. Previous years, when we've had a team that's gone on to perform well, we have done okay against the better sides. But we've also had some stinker pre-seasons in the mix here and there. So it's all about setting the levels early. Oh, he's a Mersey Valley player. That is controversial. Even though Joe had friend though. Stu, afternoon, mates. Let us know in the chat if the VO volume needs to change at any point during the show today. Same for my commentary mic. We can chop and change all of our volumes a little bit. Do try and keep the VO down, to background level noises so you can still hear the atmosphere without hearing too much of the swearing and all that sort of stuff. So, given it's pre-season, it will be a little bit quieter at Stadium as well. It was a relatively late announcement for pre-season fixtures and socials. After speaking with the captains then. Fair points. Yeah, Steve. I'll nudge it up a little bit. Right then, Bollington to kick us off. Ref just checking with people. And away we go then. Took us a second. I'm interested to see who goes where. Ginkgo, let's go. Yeah. Good to see. Again, also, we'll double check if anything has changed in terms of the lineups. Claims a handball there against Sheasby. Getting told off for being the one that walked over the ball. Big header from Sam Walker. Will go out for the throw. And again, do keep an eye on who's where. Obviously, we can see Joe McGuinness down there. Will be part of the midfield pivot with Joe Coleman, who is just to his left. Nice pressure there from McGuinness. Joe chasing down the 5 as well. Maro drifts across. It does look like Gordon and Joe will be the front two. Obviously, on our paper, it was Joe down as number 9. Joe is in his typical 7. So I'm assuming that number 7 has taken the number 9 shirt. Here come Paddock, though. Imaro. Good ball forward down the wing. That's a lovely ball. Paddock. Ball into the box. It's too deep. Can we get their back post? Nah, it's not that deep. Bollington working their way down, trying to break the back line. Easy one for Henstock to get. But Junior almost caught off guard there. Yeah, when we're talking about backline as well, obviously. So we've got Johnson in there with Junior Bembo, Sam Walker. Junior being careful. Ball out on this close side, on this right flank. Junior didn't spot it or hear it. Maybe you just didn't want to go for the big diag. Joby goes back. Bollington chipping over the top now. Paddock battling. Player goes down. Ref gives the goal kick. Well defended by Bollington. It's going to go out for a throw. Again, with the brightness, it is difficult to see who's who, so apologies for getting any names wrong. But also, again, with the formations chopping and changing every 5 seconds too, will be a bit tricky to keep track of some of the newcomers. Good run by Smith on his far right side, though, getting himself into a back spot at the post. Slip from Amaro. Paddock trying to win it back. Also Paddock to get higher. Maybe it's Bollington. Nice there. Out to Walker. Side foots it. Just about gets away with it. Now Smith. Again, straight up the line. Paddock into the box. Decent shoulder barge. Will be a goal kick to Bollington. Well read. Huh. Feel if the microphone's a bit quiet. And turn us up a little bit. Might have been because I upped the volume of the video as well. But let me know what that is. Bollington now on their right flank. Beat the man. Back into the centre now. Shot on goal. Straight away. Speculative. Pressure straight on Smith. Ball has gone Paddock's way. Throw goes in then. Straight in, straight out. It went. Bollington took the throw quickly. And now look to move it across their back line. Back to the keeper they go. Seem pretty composed in possession, Bollington. A nice nod across that. Has a chance. And just like that, 1-0 to the Visitors. There's that divisional advantage. A great header out the air, though. The assist. There's confirmation on 7th minute goal for Bollington. Again, Paddock were always going to be the underdogs here, but it's a little bit frustrating. It's a difficult header to win out the air. He managed to nod it across first time into the path of the striker. See how Paddock can turn back now. Joa. Has got help with him. Joby's been getting up high a lot here from this right flank. Keeper claims it. And so I'm wondering who the number 9 is. Unless I can't see and it's Coleman wearing the 9 shirt. Might actually be. Bit of tussling going on. Ball given our way. Sorry if you caught any sirens there. Unfortunately, window open because of the heat. Yeah, it is Coleman in 9 shirt. That's unusual. Solve that question there. Is it George in goal? It is indeed. If we try and chip it down the line while the ball's out of play, we'll get a quick team sheet for you. So George Henstock in goal. Joby, Junior, James, Sam Walker, technically a back 4. 2 Joes midfield, Gordon and 10. Lee Carufa, Harley Watson and Joe is the front 3. But again, realistically, Gibbo likes the 3-5-2. We chop and change all the time. It does seem like it's Gordon and Joe up top at the moment. Joby is a wing back with Harley, either side of the 2 Joes. And here come Bollington on the break again, though. Rounds the keeper. That's poor from Bollington. He's done the hard part and just didn't fire. Paddock get away with that one. Decent pressing from Bollington, pushing us back onto the keeper. Smith calling for it. He's got a man on his shoulder, but that's poor, that is. I think the player could have got there, really, for Paddock. Amaro pressing. Nice through the lines there from Bollington. Flick over the top. Ambitious, but it will pay off if you keep doing it. And he needs one of them to work. Harley was meant to. That's good to hear. So I like Harley. Big ball over the top there. Smith can't get to it. Joe pressing as well. Keeper got a bit higher than longer. Paddock might be able to win this one. Not quite. Bembo and Johnson both trying to compete for it. Coleman takes a bit of a tussle. And now the offside's called against Indraj. Unfortunately, Paddock trying to break quickly. I don't think we've looked out of our depth so far. I think obviously Bollington just look a little bit sharper than us, but yeah, they are a Premier League side. That might rather than sharpness might just be just general quality. But I don't think Paddock have looked too bad. Just the odd little mistake there, like say that ball from the keeper between the 2 players, and neither of them went for it. Realistically, you'd have thought Sam Walker would have gone for it. Paddock chasing back now. Fast break down this right hand side from Bollington. Well defended, but it will be a corner ball. Corner taken short. Scuffed into the box there. Paddock trying to deal with it, not dealt with properly. And again, trying to belt that one out. Edge of the box. Floated back into the middle. Big header. Nice. Well blocked out the air by Bollington. And now comes Joe and Gordon. Gordon's looking to run down the right. Joby's driving. They're on their own though. Look how many players from Bollington at the back. Smith. He's done too much there. Walker facing up the 3 then. Coleman is back with him. Paddock back in decent numbers. And I think, to be honest, that was the issue. Paddock didn't commit many people forward, knowing that Bollington will try and break back on them. So I think ultimately as well, and I don't know about you lot in chat, feel free to let me know, but for me, it's not even about if Paddock lose this one, because again, they are a division above us. As long as we put in a showing and look like we were competitive, that for me is enough with a game like this. You know, if we're playing similar level, I'd want the win. If we're playing against lower level, I definitely want the win. But I think playing against a higher level side, as long as we look the part. The corner comes in short, flicked over the top though. Clever little play from Bollington there. It's a couple of corners they've taken short. Yeah. What was Saul doing last week then? I know obviously we've been a bit shy of photos lately. A bit more video work and whatnot. We need the photos. Henstock. Dinks it forward. Smith goes for the contest. Doesn't get to it, but brave to try. Walker got to watch his flank here. That's why. And he cleans up nicely. Good observation there. Good awareness. Bollington slowly probing the way through Paddock's lines, finding little gaps. Paddock keeping him honest, though. This isn't turning into the Edgerton game. Now, short ball time, Morrow. He's going to have to do some keeper level skill here if he wants to just run past everyone. He's looking comfortable on the ball, though. Body movement reminds me of Gennaro, to be fair. Paddock trying to push down the flank into the edge of the box. Ball across. Stabbed. Good defending, though. Last man. Much better from Paddock, that attack. A very well-weighted pass from the captain there to get it in for the chance. Someone in the crowd singing there's only one Sam Walker. I think that's for our benefit that there's only one Sam Walker, to be honest. I think if we had two, we'd be in trouble. He's a personality. Bollington, again breaking down the right. Hits that ball in quite hard. Caused him to lose possession there. Paddock clean up, capitalising mistake. But again, wasteful ball there. Good tackle over the player's shoulder. Imara stabs it round. Looks like he took a little bit of a knock there, but nothing deliberate. I'm not sure if that's a sub or something happening. Or if that's just the ref shouting at someone to behave themselves. Didn't see any substitution happening, especially 15 minutes in. Interesting to see as well, we've got about 7 minutes till the halfway point in the half. I'm not going to call it quarters like the Americans have been doing in the World Cup. Sods. But yeah, given the heat, wouldn't be surprised if we did have some hydration breaks. Weird bit of play there. Trying to do skills in front of Gordon. He's going to rob you. And he nearly did. The 5 got away with it. Good graph from Gordon there. Smith comes in. Big tackle. Looking for a second. Didn't commit to the heavy one. And back it goes to the keeper. Nice bit of movement there inside. Heavy ball though outwards again. This was tennis, we'd be talking about unforced errors, and that's exactly what Paddock are doing here. You know, just a little bit of that pre-season rust. Just, and it's not easy. A hot day. They're a good side. There are going to be errors, but just, you know, when we talk about bits that we want to clear out, a big part of where we're inviting pressure is just, you know, those little wayward passes. Throw on the far side then to Bollington. Cross deflects, will be a corner ball. We can do. Steve. I don't even know if they're still a thing though. So many of these little building sizes went. Corner comes in, this time still shorter, but actually went to the front post rather than played along the floor. And I did suspect that Bollington might start to do that, do a few short ones on the floor, and then try and whip one in. But Maybe there's not that confidence in the box against us, which, you know, we've got Sam Walker, he's a tall lad. That's a poor pass, though. Again, little errors. Had it cleaning up a bit. Too much time on the ball. Sloppy. Given straight back to... well, give it straight back, but then one back. There's a scramble. Ref gives it. Thank you. Walker, back to Henstock. Bollington want the press. Players aren't up for it, but the coach and staff want it. Big ball forward now. Gone over the top of both. And again, we've seen a lot out of... oh, cross comes in. Headed over. It's a great ball in. The laugh on the sideline says, it's a great ball in. Should have buried that one. Should have put it 2-0 to Bollington. Is that pre-season rust for them, or a Paddock living a charmed life? Keeper getting pressured there. Walker goes big. Harley's there on the side. Getting a hold of it. Again, he's pushing his way up. Obviously, Imiro's quite deep here. Ball comes in. Big for Smith. He nods it back. Imiro gets there. McGuinness taking a bit of a clip to the foot there. Goes down a bit of pain. Hopefully it's not that serious. Not really a wet of those, McGuinness. Yeah, it seems to be okay. He's walking without a limp, just a bit sore by the look of it. Bollington have looked decent pushing through the lines, you know, transitioning through the phases, as we call it, these days. But I've been too impressed by them in defence yet. Obviously, maybe Paddock haven't tested them enough to see their true quality. There's a good ball through the line, though. Nicely run off the player's shoulder. Too easy for the keeper, though. So, a clever breaking the offside trap doesn't matter. Henstock's looking. Finds Imiro. Heavy touch. Instant pressure on him. Bembo using his strength. He's a young lad, but he's not a pushover. As they walking out wide, and Smith. Player in the back. Walker needs to have pushed back, really, for me. Bit of pushing and shoving in the box. Bembo goes down. Walker puts it out. Will be a Bollington ball. Couldn't tell if that was a corner or throw-in, though. The way we're moving, I'd say corner, but... Not sure where the camera's going. Oh no, here's a throw-in right by the corner flag and headed straight back out. And as we see, we are having hydration break. So I'll pause the clock there for a second. Ross Murphy, afternoon, up the paddock. Right then. I'll put the team sheet up a second, so let us know in the chat how you're feeling about this so far. Has looked more like a 3-5-2. Backline. Sam Walker has not been left-sided. Been more James Johnson. Sam Walker on the right. Bembo in the middle. Joby Smith and Harley Watson flanking the midfield 5. With Joe Coleman, Joe McGuinness as your pivot. And Khalid Karufa as your 10. And then Gordon and Joe up top. So obviously, you know, this is the sheet we were given. Clearly a chop and change to throw the opposition off, which is fine. But yeah, how do we think people are doing so far? For me, a little bit lazy from Sam Walker. Junior's looked all right. A bit too much dwelling on the ball, but you know he's confident, so just need him to get those passes out a little bit quicker. Not really seen enough for Johnson. Smith's looking lively, getting forward. I don't think we've put the ball out wide left enough for Harley Watson. Two Joes look fine. Gordon and Joe are doing some good running, good pressing up top. For me, Khalid Karufa, need to see more from him. And yeah, Gibbo's in charge today while Steve's still on his way back from LA. So he hasn't finished there yet. I think he'll come back today or tomorrow. So he'll be back soon. But even then, might not be in charge for the next couple of pre-season games, depending on other commitments. Yeah. Hydration versus Ashburn, sponsored by Steve shouting about transfers outside Old Trafford. Well, there's plenty to shout about at the moment. The Edison deal's off because they tried to hide a long-term injury problem with his knee. Santos was done quite quickly. Chelsea are looking to offload Garnacho, which is funny as anything. And then there's replacements for Edison like Joe Gomez, whoever we want to get. Rashford's return. Do we get another backup striker? Do we get X? Do we get Y? So, sure he'll have fun when he gets back and starts shouting at the clouds again. Oh, players making their way back onto the field then. Now they've had their little chin wag. I don't know about you guys. I'll be looking forward to the cooler months. Much as I do enjoy a bit of heat. I don't like these hydration breaks. Well, I get the need for them, at least, especially today. AstroTurf particularly cooks. Shot a couple of pre-season friendlies on the Astro, and the heat off them is insane. I was taking, let's say, photos in the shade, and the ground underneath my feet was cooking. So I feel sorry for these guys. You know, they're going to be doing a lot of minutes out there. Their feet are going to be sore after this one. It's going to be ice baths and all sorts of salves. Well, we'll resume the clock then. Get ourselves back underway. Throw comes. Won by Bollington. Headed straight back out though. Paddock just edging the way forward with territory. Harris, yeah. I did say in the initial sign-on of it's not that Lewis Carroll. Well, we said about needing to see more from Khalid. Certainly made himself known there. Gets tumbled. Not sure why we've had the advantage until the point that, I don't know, strange. Didn't really give us a chance to try and break through the lines there. Just secondly ran into some dribbles like that. Agree, Chris. Obviously, the first goal, like I say, the assist on it was wonderful. Took out the air with a very strange header. Immediately, first time headed sideways from difficult angle into the path of the striker. Took us away for 1-0. But they have, say, rounded the keeper and then not taken the shot. And also the one that was a great pass across, crossing to the box. And the header just dipped over the top. So, should be 3 up. Realistically, they're not, though. Here we are at 1-0. But does be like that sometimes. Okay, I don't think Paddock have looked too bad. I just think, again, it's pre-season rust, trying to figure out partnerships, formations, those sorts of things, fitness. McGuinness. Ball runs loose, past Coleman. He makes some ways to get across now. Good covering from Watson. That's nicely done there now. Paddock looking to push down that left-hand side. Ironically, when Harley's just had to run back and defend. Somehow Paddock win that ball back now. Joa gets down from behind. Ref's given no. Okay. Bollington still pushing on the right flank. Paddock win it back though. Up on the shoulder, lets it go. Bembo. Through the middle to Imaro. Thinks it wide to Smith. Imaro's making the run ahead. Ball into his path now. Good. 1v2. Tries to cut back. Shows too much the ball to defender. Will be a Paddock throw, but again, just a little bit more sharpness there from Gordon. Makes all the difference. Smith to take the throw though. It's in the back post area. Nothing happening. Paddock still on the edge of the box. Not quite in the danger zone. Watson gets the ball back. Paddock recycle possession here. Better. Johnson has a dink. Too easy for the keeper. Can't fault someone for having a try, but felt a little bit tame that one. I know we know Sam Walker kicking it from distance, but I don't really know much about James Johnson's game. Bollington. Again, immediately go for that right hand side. Gonna break the line. And Watson covers. And back goes to Henstock. Or there as a shot on goal. Wasteful again, Bollington. Too rushed. Pressure in the box from Bollington. They are looking. Oh, that's why. Wasteful there from Paddock. Won it back, fortunately. But dangerous position to get all the passes. Borderline hospital passes here. We get pressed at the back. It doesn't look like panicking. It looks like inattention. Nice bit of scrapping from Smith. A bit frustrated the ball's getting lost. He does all the work. And as quick as it's getting forward, it's going backwards. Easy turn away from Joa. Back through the lines. And again, can forgive some of the, what we might call laziness another day. It is, say, hot. Because you think at the moment, in Birmingham, it's 27 degrees. I'd imagine it's comparable there in Hyde, East Manchester. And that's not counting for the lack of breeze. And also the fact the AstroTurf will be a lot hotter than that. So, the air temperature might be 27 in the shade. Realistically, direct sunlight, probably talking 30. AstroTurf reflecting the heat back and soaking it in. That's a few on. Coleman. Ball through the lines. Imaro couldn't get those tugs. There you go. Bit cheeky that from Gordon, but, sometimes caught, sometimes not. Can't blame him for trying. Free kick taken quickly. Worth noting as well, obviously, we said it was starting as 3-5-2. Looking more like 3-4-3 now. It looks like Khalid's been pushed more into that front line. Obviously, dropping a bit deeper there now. Smith wins the error pass there. Khalid making the run. Ball through. Poor pass from Smith. Could have done better, Joby. It's a good move there, Kunkarufa. Walker, well covered. Obviously, fans shouting over your shoulder. Quick throw back to the keeper, back to Walker. I'm not sure how to play it back to Walker, but there you go. Chip down the line. Smith, flick around the corner. It's clever from him. And we're below the camera, so we can't see. Into Amaro. Deflected out. Will be Paddock's ball. And the player also, he's getting called over the ref. Was frustrated verbally there. You could hear that. Probably getting asked to wind his neck in. And yeah, exactly, Harris. Like, you know, the Astro, you'd be surprised, especially the worse quality it is, you know, as it ages and stuff. The material being synthetic, it does start to shine a bit more too. So it can be quite nasty. Say 2 seasons ago, shooting quite a few games down at Redditch United, which is an AstroTurf pitch just south of Birmingham. And before they had it redone for £1 million, it was, you know, proper worn out. Loads of different teams played there regularly. It was proper community hub. Smith has a shot. Fudged that one. Didn't even go on goal. The defenders picked it up straight away. Now Bollington break. Not enough though. Bembo will get to it. Back to the keeper we go. But yeah, knackered Astro pitch. Very shiny. Very hard working. Again, for those in the media as well, obviously, you know, Lewis and Saul will both know. The heat haze effect you get off these pitches. If you're using the zoom lenses, the big ones, like I do, you start to see the heat, like wibbling in the background. You see that air wobble, and it just distorts the buggery out of all your pictures. So anything close-up's fine. Anything down the pitch is absolutely just done for. So it's hard work. Imaro, good control to break through lines. As a shot again, tame efforts. We're seeing some nice close quarters control from a few players from Paddock today. And we know Gordon's got it in his locker, but just the finishing efforts today from Paddock have been woeful. It does feel like snatch chances, really. You know, we just need to take a beat. You know, Bollington's press is good. They're not slacking off on that one. So it is difficult to snatch shots away, but been what, Alice, 3-4 attempts that have just all been, you know, little piddly efforts. Johnson's shot was feeble. So was Gordon's. Got a couple of, you know, tame ones that didn't probably bring the Boxman Smith. So, ooh, a sandwich approach there on Amaro. Had to back off. Bembo. Heavy tackle, gets skipped around. Hensock claims it. Surprised the ref didn't do anything there with Bembo. A bit late in his tackle. An early press there from Bollington. Paying off, though. Paddock will get the throw hit. Walker. Gone big. Well headed. Lee can't get there. Paddock getting away with it now. Rufa. Wide to Watson. Tries to do his man, well tackled. Harley Watson battling away though. Harley and Khalid doubling up. Getting doubled up on. Ball goes out. Will be a Paddock throw over the dugouts. Inco on Twitch taking off the wrist. Yep, no, definitely. But again, this is what we want these games for, and we don't want to take any too easy pre-season friendlies. But we say that, you know, we've had easier on paper games playing lower league competitions, teams in competitions last year, like Newton and Willows, and you know, solid side. But we didn't win these games, so you know it can happen playing low as we struggle as well. So for me, I'd rather the psychology of, you know, play harder teams, put in a shift. Whoa, what's that about? 6 gesturing at Joa, Joa gesturing back. It was the 6 who pushed Joa in the first place. We got it on camera. So then Joa does it back to him. Not as much, but in front of the ref. Gets told, you know, sod off, leave your lines. But can't blame Joa for that one. 6 clearly got a bit of a bee in his bonnet. Attempt to play through the lines there. Also, Bollington very decisive in terms of these angled passes. You know, shooting across their body to try and chip over the lines or through the lines. It's quite nice to see. I think the only thing we've seen from similar from Paddock today was Imiro. He puts the ball out wide. Now, it's a bit too close, perhaps. Yeah, it's a tough one. Good pressure from Smith, though. Keeping the 3 honest. Playing their way out of trouble there, Bollington. Nicely done. That was a bit of awkward footwork there from Joe Coleman. I had the player to show inwards. I'd have shown him outwards personally. Make him run down the line, stay narrow in terms of his options of where to go. There were players ahead like Sam Walker. He couldn't have run through. But still, 35 minutes played, just over. Paddock living a bit of a charm life. Should be 3 down technically. But equally, you know, if we could put a bit more venom into our shots, we might have had 1, maybe 2 back. You never know. Haven't really tested the Bollington keeper yet. But the longer it stays 1-0, the more frustrated they're going to get. The more they're going to try and take, you know, chances and chances to try and sew up the game. Can't see Bollington wanting, especially as a team in the higher league, wanting to sit on a 1-0 lead. So player down the pitch. He hasn't gone up yet. Ref has allowed play on. Omaro's got the ball. Out wide to Joa. Has a chance. Parried Smith. There we go. Equaliser for Paddock. Ref now going back to the player down on the pitch. And again, talk about Paddock taking their chances. There's a much better effort from Joa in terms of a chance on goal. Actually, some weight behind the pass, the shot team, sorry. And yeah, keeper parries it into the path of Smith. It's 1-1. Bollington playing there, getting treatment on the field. There's your confirmation. 30 minutes later, Smith evens the tie up. Bollington just getting a bit of water in them. I think Paddock will run to the bench to do the same thing while the player's down. Yeah, definitely liking the fact we had people getting in the box. Obviously, you know, the formation we were playing does lend itself a bit that way. Paddock has had an issue in recent years, let alone just last season, where not quite enough people capitalising the box. Obviously, again, you know, the loss of Sam Pratt last season took out one of those sort of primary target figures. So the teams had to adapt a bit, but again, you know, players are intelligent enough. You know, we know in terms of what the aim is. And as you can see there, you know, wide midfielder, right wing back, whatever you want to call him. He's made his way into the back post. And he picks up nicely on it. And again, we talk about, you know, tap-ins and stuff, but Bollington did round the keeper early themselves and then just didn't fire, you know, pull the trigger and fire. So, not like a similar chance hasn't fallen to them. Bit too heavy there. Will be a Paddock ball. Good block there from Paddock. Will be up for a corner ball. Need to ride this out though. Bollington pushing for that second before half time. 5 minutes, maybe a little extra of stoppage to go. Heading clear from a deep box. Shot on goal. He's absolutely shanked that one. You can hear the frustration. Not sure where the camera is wobbling off a bit. I want to focus on the ball if you could. One to the box. Paddock player stumble. Still battling. Still Bollington. And out it goes. Corner given. Bollington putting on the pressure here. Just about headed clear. Bollington still in the danger zone of the box. Kicks off the player's face. I think it was Joe who's taking the ball to the chops there. It will be a corner ball. I think the ref's just going to check he's okay. Can't tell though if it's Joe or not. I just saw a player get hit. It looked like a 7 on the back. Could be someone completely different. Ball comes in. Skims across. And out for the throw in it goes. Paddock's ball. Will be Paddock throw, what looks of it. Taking our sweet time. Again, just under 2 minutes till the end of regulation time. Walker puts the ball in deep. It's a bit too deep, that one, Sam. Moving around the back here, Bollington. And Paddock holding decent positioning. Now they're trying to drive. Chipped over the top. I feel they're offside. Nothing given though. Bembo gets across, gets an interception. Now gets up wide to Smith. Very quick to press when Smith gets it. Ball up the line to Amaro. Smith's coming with him. Battling to try and get it through. The ref's actually brought it to an end just before. So we are playing a set half an hour. Sorry, 45 minutes. Half an hour, just making up time there. But yeah, so a fraction shy. Again, I played a little bit longer before the breaks as well. So maybe his watch is running a bit fast. Off at the scoreboard then. Confirmation. Bollington 1, Paddock 1. Having scored in that order. Bollington have looked the better side. No doubt about that. But Paddock holding their own. Looking decent. Working off a bit of that pre-season rust in the hot weather. So hopefully that graph continues second half, as we've talked about as well. You know, we're looking at the bench. I'll quickly pop that team sheet up before we go to break. We have got the likes of Dion, Zach on the bench. Lawrence Donahue. Lewis Carroll on the trial. Dylan Frayne, same. Oscar Amaro, same. So, in that sense, you know, we've got some talent to bring in. So we'll see how we get on. For now, though, we're going to take ourselves a quick break, grab a drink, nip to the loo, all that sort of stuff. And yes, Chris says, referee added on minus time for the break. Just took it out of the game, so here's what it is. Here's a friendly. We'll live. But still. Got on the BRB screen then. We'll back in a few minutes. And then we'll have a bit of a half-time chinwag just before we kick off. See you shortly. Stretford Paddock 2-0.
You lot really make the difference here. Take personal responsibility for talk, for intensity, for attitude, and for how fucking hard you want this in the warm-up. If the warm-up is good, the game is good. I hoped Eddie would be given the vote of confidence from the rest of the team, but it was a democratic decision from the players themselves, and they recognised Eddie as the standout candidate to be given the vice-captaincy. As soon as Oatsy left, there was no decision to make as far as I was concerned. They've already said they wanted him as the vice-captain. It's the same job. So he was an easy captain.
Weight training, power training, explaining to them how this aids their football performance, explaining through the workouts and stuff. They're nice and interactive, they're good to get people around, it's a good laugh. It's also team bonding as well, as it's going to help improve them as players. So I'm just glad that we can now facilitate it and get a few days in the gym.
We are here in Dublin, we made it. We're all here, we're all here. I chose Joa as vice-captain, a little bit on seniority, but also on his attitude is fantastic as well. But yeah, I think the group that we've got isn't just the people that are either wearing the armband or vice-captain. There's a strong core of leaders in here that have sort of established themselves now over a couple of seasons. There's some big characters in there. And that's one of the 27 things that you have to do to sort of have a mentality shift, is that the players are taking the correct responsibilities now, and it's really good to see. For those who don't know, it's Brian McClare, 4-time Premier League winner, Cup Winners' Cup winner, and after he retired, he was United's director of academy for 10 years, so brought through a hell of a lot of serious players. Absolute honour for having him tonight, so work hard for him. I have no idea what we're doing because he won't tell me, so he's taking the warm-up, he's taking a lot of it, just tune in, listen in. It felt like we probably could have scored one in the first half. There wasn't a lot of clear-cut chances. So it just needed to be a little bit sharper in the second half with that.
He's off, Brad! Alex, shoulder!
You're getting across the front, you're getting across the back. After you're in the back, it again, let's have a bit snappier this time. Switch it! Switch it! Switch it! Pick up!
Come on.
There you go, finish! Teddy, you got to get wider. Too close to him. Send it! Teddy. It's got to be flat. Got to be closer. Teddy, stay there. Switch it. Switch it. Here we go. Send him. Send him. Yes, no, it's over. Finish. Touch and finish. That's a great fucking clearance. Oh, finish.
Should we try it? Don't fucking video it.
Got to. Oh, you look cool. You like Batman.
Oh, don't say that.
Have a look on his side as well.
You're standing still looking at each other, hoping someone's going to pull a result out of their arse. It doesn't happen. You have to go out there and earn it.
How did you first hear about Stretford Paddock? You know, Dublin isn't exactly next to Manchester.
No, it's not. Well, I was a United fan all my life, and yeah, I kind of started watching the Stretford Paddock YouTube channel and was a big fan of Steve, and kind of heard about what he was doing with Stretford Paddock through there when it was all starting, and I liked the idea of it. And
Right then, we are back for a bit of half-time chat. Oh, it's warm. It is warm. Players are coming back out though, so I'm going to put this on the main screen just in case we do go straight into the game again. Because again, they might just be thinking, sod it, the heat is pain in the arse, get out of here, get the game done and dusted as quick as possible. We will see. Let us know in the chat there how you feel we got on. For me, it could be better, but it could be worse. Has been worse in previous games, so you know it's not too terrible a showing. Just a little bit sloppy in a few places, but good to have got the equaliser, especially when, let's say, Bollington could have been several goals ahead. So we'll take that. Well, we're just waiting to kick ourselves back off for the second half. Notch, afternoon, mate. I think the rest ready to get us underway for the second half then. away we go. So slightly shorter half time. Again, we also finished the first half slightly short, so God knows. So I think they're just keen to get us out of there. First half recap for you, Notch. They scored in the 7th minute. A great header out of the air from the left forward. Knocks it first time into the path of the right, who just got ahead of Bembo. And he managed to bury it home past the keeper. A couple of close chances they should have had as well. One of the strikers managed to round our keeper and didn't fire the shot, didn't take the shot at the open net, so no second goal for them. And again later, great ball from the right into the box. Easy header near the back post and just loops it straight over the bar. Should have been 3 for them. Paddock, a few tame shots, not really doing a lot. And then 37th minute, Joa from the left has a shot. Deflects from the keeper and into the path of Smith to tap it out. Well, around the keeper slightly and tap it out. But yeah, Paddock, they're putting in a shift. It's not been making it easy for Bollington. Just Bollington are, a league ahead. They're looking like the better team for a reason. But I'm hoping, a few of our subs as well to come. Paddock can show a little bit more in the second half. Joe chasing. Balls to go home. It's a stab ball back. The keeper's got to do work here. Immediately lobs it back over. Good control there from the defender. Bollington looking to break through the lines. Bembo keeping him honest. Henstock absolutely thunders that one downfield. Funny if that just went into the net. Stu's off to B&Q. Lovely. Proper Saturday stuff that. I did that last weekend. Bollington working it on the left. Didn't do too much like in the first half. Ball goes out there, will be their throw. Had it winning back. Nice attempt to Joa, but not quite good enough. And immediately Bollington on the break again. Poor clearance from McGuinness. Good interception out by Paddock, but again straight back to the Bollington strikers. Here comes the wide player. Watson out to block him quickly. Has a shot. That is an insane goal. Absolute insane goal, that one. Stunning. Bollington take the lead, 50th minute. The crowd silenced, I'm silenced. That's a beautiful curling shot. Again, beggars belief they missed the early ones and easy ones because they can score that. Oh dear. Well, it's our own fault that we allowed them into the space to have the chances. Go again. Up our game. Confirmation though, 50th minute. Bollington take lead again. Forced error there on McGuinness though. Ref saying it was like push in the back. Sideline saying, oh my god, that is soft. Yeah, he'll be gutted in the friendly, not in a proper game. But such is life. Paddock putting a little bit more pressure on, but not quite the same level Bollington have put on us from attack. Oh, wild foot that one. Ball goes out, will be Paddock through. Ooh, crunching. Joe is still in there with the ball. Ball's gone under him. He's frustrated on the floor. Again, he's battling. Shrugs the player off. Coleman. Ball on the right flank now from Paddock. Better. He's jumped too early. Ball into the box. That's too easy. Didn't find any of the attacking players in the box. Didn't go high. I'll say, you know, I don't mind a fizzed crossing along the floor, but you know, it looked like it was an attempt at near post, if anything. Bollington have another injury though. Chance for fluids, perhaps if Paddock are quick. Called the physio on though. Paddock. The ball through the line. Can Joey get there? He can. Oh, it's a good save for the keeper. Was directly at him though. Joey trying for the second ball. Paddock had a shot. Oh, just couldn't stab it in the back post. Again, a little bit scuffed there from Paddock, but made the best of a bad situation. Or a less ideal situation, I'd say. You know, ball didn't fall smoothly, cleanly. Nice little control there from Bollington. Paddock putting a little bit more pressure on again up front. Forcing some errors. Will be a Paddock throw in front of the dugouts on the far side. McGuinness More duelling successfully there in the middle. Paddock retain possession now. Ball forward into the box. Defender gets to it first ball. Can Paddock get there for the second? Not quite. Pressing though. Just about to skip round us. Ball is given to Bollington for the throw. Ref must have seen deflection that we couldn't see from this far away. Player down. So it will be a Paddock ball. Middle of the half, I'd say, just over. We're a good 35 yards out, so. Will be a Paddock corner. In the air. Paddock's the second ball. Tries a bicycle kick. Ambitious. Paddock win the ball out of the defence though. Ball given against Bollington. Bit of frustration from their bench on that one. Again, hard to see from this distance with the heat and the brightness and stuff. You know, just what was going on there. It looked like a fair duel from this distance, but again, I'm trusting the ref can see a bit more being actually pitch side. And again, me saying I'm trusting the ref feels a bit silly, that. So Paddock have made subs. Dion's on. Got another defender in the mix too. Oh, making his bounce off. Coleman now. Ball through the lines. It's poor. Paddock chipping long. Aimlessly. Aimlessly. See, that's what we're talking about when we say about unforced errors. We mentioned it the first half. One thing to be ambitious and brave, you know, we United fans praise Bruno Fernandes for taking risks. But there's risks and then there's just, you know, silliness. No one realistically was getting that ball, whether attack or wing. Bollington looking to break the lines here. Paddock back in numbers, but there you go. Shot off. Easily dealt with by the keeper, though. Dion does well under pressure. That's the keeper. It goes. Paddock recycling the ball. Bit wasteful, that, to say the least. I like the idea in the sense of wanting to chip it around the corner and, you know, keep the play going, but too heavily hit. Ref's giving it Bollington's late. Again, you can hear the frustrations from the sideline. Bollington want their midfield to work harder. Balls back to the keeper. Bollington looking to switch it. Well defended there by Walker. Be careful, that sounds an interesting ball. Paddock can't quite bring it under control. Now they do. McGuinness. Into Joa. Got Watson out wide left. It's a heavy ball. Can Watson get that? No, he can't. Nice idea, though. Just a bit big. Just like that, back all the way up the other end. Bollington winning. Oh, hold on to the ball, rather, sorry. Looking to ramp up the pressure. Hydration break imminent. They will be looking to try and push here for a third. A nice little dance through the box, but didn't take the ball with him. Paddock looking to break out their own lines now. Bit of lone attack here. Will be a corner. I thought he pointed to the corner there, but it looks like he's giving a goal kick. sounds like we've got a minute till the hydration break. Into the box we go. And there you have it. It's coming. I imagine that's going to be drinks now, but yeah. Bollington get their third. You can't deny they've deserved it. Definitely the much more clinical of the two teams. As we do go into the hydration break now, as I called it. Oh dear. Nobody likes losing. Confirmation then. The goals scored so far. No, exactly, Jakaya. And that was what I said earlier on. So, yeah, for us, winning is nice, but at the same time, as long as Paddock look competitive and get a proper test out of things, that's what we want to see. Bollington, yeah, they're a league above us. They're proving why. Again, maybe there's a few people missing from our squad as well. Not sure who's still with Paddock, who's moved on, whatever, like that. But certainly, we've looked decent. But yeah, Bollington have certainly looked the better team. And again, on a different day, could have been another 2 goals ahead of where they are now. Equally, if Paddock could just take a little bit of an extra second on some of our shots, we could have had a couple more goals back ourselves. It could be a different game. We could be sitting prettier. I don't think we deserve to be in the lead at any point, but certainly we could have, be a much tighter scoreline. So, the hydration ad in the first half was just us talking about what Flashburn said about the idea of Steve just sponsoring it so he can shout about stuff outside Old Trafford. Suppose we could do a shout out to Priceworks, our sponsor. Yeah, I say Joe was chance unfortunate. He hit it straight into the keeper. I don't know if he caught him on the shoulder or in the chin, upper chest sort of thing, but he popped it straight at him. Thinking another day he could have put it around him. And like you say, suddenly we're back to 2-2. And again, it's just a little moments, but also Joe is a wide forward, and we have been using a lot of him at centre forward. So there is that element of being a bit unfortunate. If we'd had a traditional striker, could we have looked like more of a threat? Would players be more comfortable in terms of what they were aiming to do? Who they knew they were looking up and keep their heads up for. These are all things management will be figuring out on the fly. Players are in the game as well. There's no better learning experience than during these sorts of games. And realistically, it's frustrating to be losing, but I'd rather do my learning and lose in pre-season and get some actual insights out of it, and then turn up in the league and start slapping people about a bit more than we should have done last year. So, anyway, back underway for the final part of the match. Bar an injury, there shouldn't be any more breaks now till the end. So, about 25 minutes to go, if that. Ref might call it sooner. He might stop at 70 minutes just for fun. Who knows? Floppy touch from Paddock. Bollington turn it round now. Bollington breaking. Good tackle from the defender. Although someone said great tackle Junior. That's not Junior. Not sure who that is, to be fair, with the long hair, but not Junior. Paddock losing out there in the duel in midfield. Quick to pressure back on. Limiting these overlaps on the flank. It's good to see. But as we saw with the third goal, they went straight through the middle, really. Walker wins out on that one. Gets the ball out. Paddock a bit fortunate there. And passing back into dangerous spots, though. That's sloppy. Gotta be more aware than that. Gotta be more switched on. McGuinness. Watson's on his left. How many Bollington players are back? Defender should have won that one there against him. Oh no, Harley Watson does him. Nice to see. But, fluffs the short ball into the box. Bollington player danger. I'm hoping someone deflects a shot into Saul there. Fluff clearance by Bollington. Goes back to the defender though. Good pressure from Paddock. Keeping him honest, but... it could be. I don't know. Does Oscar Omaro play in defence? I don't really know much about Gordon's brother, so... Again, I can quickly pop up the team sheet. Bench was Dion, Zach, Lawrence, Lewis Carroll, Oscar, and Dylan Frame. I believe Dylan was a midfielder from Mersey Valley. Lewis Carroll, I don't know, again, you were telling me, David Jack was telling me he was good at trial. So logically, it's Oscar, but again, given that Gordon plays further forward, wasn't sure where Oscar played. It's popping about a bit in that midfield. Yeah, so technically he's a junior then, but ball goes forward. Camera doesn't want to follow it. Maybe it's Psyche again, knows something's coming. Shanked into the sky by Walker. Ball comes down. That's the keeper from Dion. Safety first. Off an outlet left. Ten. Through the lines. Not good enough. Got robbed. McGuinness wins it back. Imaro. Moving out wide. Back to Walker. But it should have a bit more control here, a bit more of a spell of possession. Sam Walker plays the ball in down the wing. Nice spin round defender. Paddock driving now. Ball comes across the box. Just about cleared. Edge of the box. Paddock to shoot. There's a dink. Good deflection. Good block. That would have been a fizzing effort on goal. Will be a corner kick far side. Just about claimed by the keeper that. Held my breath for a second there. Bollington. Moving out from the back. Bollington carefully holding possession. Looking to frustrate Paddock. Force us into the pressing. And that movement will open up spaces behind. They call for the sideline to press. It is difficult. You don't know what the instructions are, but also with the heat. Building up fitness and stuff as well. Well done by McGuinness in the end there. Paddock keep it in play. No, they can't. Will be a goal kick to Bollington. Ball out to the 3. Paddock straight away pressuring. It's all over him, ref. Mounting him. He's won it back. It was a good bit of scrapping, but I thought there should have been a foul for the first bit from the 3 landing on top of him. Can't really get up and use the ball. Good interception there from Zach Bell. Bit of a bounce pass to Imaro. Just like that, loose again. So just to confirm, though, in terms of who's done what where, Dion Kemp, he's in at left centre-back, in for James Johnson. Oscar Amaro in at centre-back for Junior Bembo. That's a junior for a junior. Hey. Sam Walkerson at right centre-back. George still in net. Joby Smith now on for Harley Watson as left wing-back, left midfield. Got centre pairing of Joe McGuinness and Zach Bell. And then beyond that, it gets a bit a bit tricky to spot who's where. We have been chopping and changing. Still in the box though, with Bollington headed straight out, though it will be a goal kick. I can see what they were working at though. Balls for offside given. Does finish it though. Nice effort. Sideline saying it. Back post was playing him onside. Didn't quite spot it myself, but Amaro given foul against him. Bit soft that I thought, ref, given what they've been, allowed as well. Obviously, yeah. Same from the sideline. Probably Rick saying the same thing. Kids booing the ref into the box. They come, don't snap him. Shot on goal, very tame, easy for the keeper. Instantly rolls out to Oscar Amaro. Bit of fan feedback going on there in the sidelines. We've got just under 12 minutes to go of regulation time. Again, we did stop. It stopped the first half just before 45 minutes with the break as well. No added time on, which I was expecting time. So, again, don't know if we'll add anything on today as well. Being a friendly. Smith picks it up. Nothing given. Oh, that's a rough. The camera's following the ball, so we're not seeing that. But again, so yeah, sidelines go bang on. Ref calls that. Oh, there we go. Camera's back. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, Joby's been obstructed. The guy stuck his leg out, so he trips over it. It's not a malicious foul, but it is, dark arts as we call it, sneaky. So then Joby's obviously pissed off he hasn't got the foul awarded, so he's gone back and gone for a crunching tackle. Now, should Smith have gone in for it? Nah, he should wind his neck in and keep his head on his shoulders. But it does happen, and that happened because players get frustrated. It's hot. They're tired. Intercepted. Need to spread the ball out wide. Trip on Smith. And he's kicked the ball away, ref, in front of you. Interesting, that one. Dion takes the kick quickly. Bollington. Oh, Dion, you got to be careful there, mate. That was a sloppy one. Wasn't malicious, but the ref's giving the foul delayed over to them. I get it. Dion, I'll say Dion done touched him, but it was silly from Dion. He's gone in 2-footed straight away. He wasn't making the ball. Amaro shield against the 3. Been beaten. Foul given against their number 3. I think for tugging the arm. Players not backing off quick enough for my liking. Plays Dion straight away. Bounced across. Keep having to run for a bit. Yeah, it was a bit obvious going for Dion with that one, but if it even is Dion, actually, sorry. Hard to see who's where. Chopping and changing players all over the site. Might have been Zach dropping back to help out for a second. 7 to go. High press from Imaro. Challenge skipped. Paddock going for the middle. Not quite. Win the ball back, though. Player bounced off the back of Dion. Imaro. Back into midfield it goes. Cute ball into the attack. Caught everyone off guard. Easy for the Bollington keeper, that. Ball's lofted into the air as a clearance. Dropping it though, keeps it in play. Bollington will stop it from going out for a throw. Hooks the line, nicely done with the 3. Beats Smith. Now through the middle. Put it around the back of the player. Walker sends it big. That's going to be a foul. Player's gone down with some cramp as well. Needs a quick stretch. Free kick then for Bollington. Headed by Paddock. Be out for a throw for Bolly on the far side. Let us know in the chat what you think. For me, if it stays 3-1, obviously touch wood. Don't want to commentators curse it. Stays 3-1, I think that's been, a fair result. Easy with the keeper, that one. But yeah, obviously a Paddock second would be nice. Narrow the scoreline down. Bit risky drawing that play in when Dion had the player on his shoulder. And that's what happens. Forced error. Again, they're saying on the sideline there's 2 minutes. There's 4, but the ref did call the first half early, so maybe there is 2 minutes and it'll be 88 we end on. You never know what sort of watch he's running on. Good tackling there. Ooh, a little bit of a lunge there. Bit silly from Paddock again. Little moments of head loss I was worried about are starting to show themselves. You know, the heat, the tiredness, the frustrations. Just, you know, the composure. Offsides was the shout from the fans. Oh, well. Okay. Guess we're playing magical timings. Ref has brought proceedings to a close. Yeah. I thought we had longer than that to play. So, yeah. Clearly the ref has allowed, first half and second half, allowed the drinks breaks to be counted in the actual time. So we are done. Full time then. Stretford Paddock 1, Bollington Town 3. The Cheshire Premier League side coming away here today as the victors. And, yeah, we can't say fairer than that. They deserved it. Probably could have scored 5 or 6. Paddock should have scored 2 or 3. So, you know, being what it is, I think say it's a fair result, fair scoreline. And I think there'll be plenty of feedback and information there for Howson, for Gibbo, for the rest of the coaching staff to work on with the players in terms of, you know, who handled what positions well, who works well with each other, you know, formations, that sort of thing. So, early days. Still got a few more pre-season friendlies to go. And yeah, Jakaya, I probably believe it. Just wanted to go home, sit in his aircon in his car, and then get himself back into the house. Can relate. It's very warm. Still, that'll bring us to an end here. Then, not going to do the usual hang about afterwards and debate the game. It's a friendly, you know. We're letting the players get fitness, letting the players get some game time with each other. More about the fitness and the, you know, that bonding, that gelling of the team and synergy and whatnot, rather than the results. But still, a frustrating one. Some moments of positivity to look back on. And yeah, hopefully we make a better go of it next weekend. I'm just going to double check the schedule before I do go. Obviously, we want to know who we're playing next. Here we go then. So, obviously, today we've had this one. Next Saturday, we are hosting Manchester Corinthians, sorry. So, that'll be a midday kickoff here as well. So, it's an early one. I won't be around for that one. And then we've got 25th of July. Opponent wanted to play Open Short, another 2 PM kickoff. And then off the back of that, 1st of August. Again, won't be around for that one. We're away, taking on East Manchester over in Birch Lane, Duckenfield. So, 3 more confirmed to go. We'll say 2 confirmed and 1 that we're trying to build on. And that's that. Let's switch back to the pre-game one because Lewis is taking down the camera when we drop to the pitch side. It's a bit silly. So, that's that. But yeah, so next weekend, we've got a game, midday kickoff. It will be live on the Veo. And just to say, inform people what's going on with the what and the why. With the work I've been doing with West Brom Women as a photographer, that has opened up more opportunities and stuff with regards to doing some bits of stuff with the under-18s, boys and girls sides. And that will be happening a couple of times a month, like alternate weekends and stuff. So that'll be in there for a part. But also, just with that, you know, working the day job, working this, working the photos, it's a lot. 6.5 days of work a week. It's too much for anyone. You know, and especially when you're trying to have time for a life, relationships, that sort of thing. So, you know, going to work on getting someone else in the mix this season to help co-commentate in the sense of rotating with. If any of you are interested, obviously it takes quite a bit of computing power, so just beware. Chris Shipley did try it. You know, microphone was fine, but the computing happened and was struggling. Also, you know, Brian Casey's done a bit as well in the past. Computer handled it, but you know, it's a lot of commitment. It's a lot of stuff to set up. I can walk you through it if you want it, but yeah. So we're going to be looking at either, say, interns or finding someone else who's similarly passionate like me to try and help out. But yeah, realistically, looking to do a bit less this season, unfortunately. So we will be alternating between the Veo and between having dedicated proper broadcasts like this. So apologies for that. So there's only so much this Brummy can do. But so we're working on it behind the scenes. Myself, Lewis, might even get Howson to do a bit of an advert again like he did on LinkedIn all those years ago that got me involved. So we'll see how things go. But yeah, next weekend, definitely live on the Veo directly. So Lewis, Claire, whoever, will be putting that into chat on socials and stuff as well. So keep an eye out for that. That is, say, a midday kickoff over here at the Hyde United ground. For now, hope you have a lovely rest of your day, your weekend. Look after yourselves, take it easy, stay safe in the heat, and yeah, see you next Saturday for some more paddock action. See you all later.
Real fan ownership, real fan input, real fan change, real fan power. 50 plus 1, we can go better than that. 100 plus none. Download our app, view the free content, read about the club, that's fine. But if you want more, become a member. To vote, to go behind the scenes, to make an impact, interact with a global community around the world, influencing how we grow, where we play, club ethics and values. The more members we have, the faster we grow. Support the club, run the club, own the club. This is ours and no one will take it away. The future is in all our hands.